Welcome back to Prism Radio. Today is March 11th, 2022. Wasn't around last week, I was traveling, so I didn't do a show last week. Considered recording one before I left and then having it scheduled to go up on YouTube, but I just didn't have the time. I was so busy last weekend. I was back and forth all day from sun up to sundown. I didn't have any time to do anything. Well, any time to do anything that I wanted, like the radio show, but of course I went up there to do help friends move, see some family. It was a good trip. I just so booked, just no downtime whatsoever. But this week my weekend is completely open, which is really nice, and I don't have much to do, so I'm trying to think of other ways to fill my time, and so far I've been pretty successful. Went downtown, got some new cooking spices, went to the music store, got a whole bunch of new stuff, and I got a good show today. I added a bunch of stuff to the playlist over the week instead of trying to scramble and get everything on there at the last minute. So got a lot of cool stuff, and it's going to be some whiplash. We got, a lot of harsh songs going into some more mellow songs, so hope you like that, because that's what I'm going to keep doing, because I think it's funny. First off, we're going to start off with a song that it's another song from the Grip soundtrack, which I know I've played before, but I haven't played this song, and this is another one of those drum and bass songs that I really, really like. And the artist isn't super well known. He just came out with a new album, but it doesn't have a whole lot of views on Spotify anyways. So go check him out. This is Can't Wait by Intida.
夜明けに抱かれて
Kenden no Telepathy by Shizuka Kudo. And she's pretty popular in Japan. She's had 11 number one singles over there, but not that big over here at all. I mean, really not even that big on Spotify, which shows that she's not super popular in the West. Like, I think her top song was only 3 million listens, which in the realm of pop music is pretty much nothing. When you have people, hitting several 100 million or even 1 billion listens. But you won't find any of that on this show. I'm much better than that. I don't know a whole lot about Miss Kudo, so I'm going to talk more about the next song coming up. So, obviously, I've played a lot of black metal on this show, and black metal rightly has a reputation for being angry, depressing, and misanthropic. And while that's true, there's definitely stuff out there that breaks the mold, like this next song, which when I was listening to it almost sounds triumphant, maybe even uplifting. It has a lot of notes of, there's like an undercurrent of heroic, triumphant music, something that you'd hear in like AAA blockbuster movies. You know, when the hero is beaten up and then he finally gets up, he's trying to struggle to stand up, he finally gets on his feet and he's ready for round 2 or whatever, and you have like the big bombastic, you know, heroic score in the back. It has like an undercurrent of that, and it's definitely not bombastic or in your face or anything, but it has the same emotional captivation that kind of music has. And I guess it's really hard to describe without you hearing it. But even on the surface, when most people would listen to it and be like, oh, it's just screaming, it's sad, it's depressing, it's aggressive, if you really listen to it, it's really not. There's a lot of like a dark triumph to it, which is really interesting to me. And this is going to complete my trifecta. This is the Russian band of the night. This is Smoldering Woodland by Ulhava. Seaside by Dan Mason. And you may be shocked to hear this, but I missed the whole vaporwave trend a couple years ago. I know what it was, and I listened to a lot of the big classics. I don't know. Can you call them classics when they're like 5 years old? But everyone knows what I'm talking about. Like, there was one vaporwave album that was just, the vaporwave album that everyone knew about. And I didn't love it. I kind of understood why people liked it, but it wasn't anything that I really got super into. I'm mentioning this because Dan Mason mostly makes vaporwave sounding stuff. That last song definitely wasn't vaporwave, but a lot of his other stuff is, or at least the album that I listened to aside from Seaside. Seaside's just a fun track. It's just a fun, warm weather, happy kind of road trip, out with your friends kind of song. It's kind of a bop. I like bops. They're fun. I like fun music too. Not everything I like is just sad and depressing. But yeah, he has a lot of good stuff. My point was that I don't really listen to a lot of vaporwave, but I like a lot of Dan Mason stuff. A lot of vaporwave just is really boring, and there's not a lot of substance to it. But I think you have to go into the mindset that it's for background noise, and it's not something that you really sit down and intently listen to. It's something you put on in the background while you're working or cooking or something like that. That being said, I like a lot of his stuff. I like Seaside a lot. I like a lot of his other vaporwave-ish stuff. And I know some vaporwave fans going to get really mad at me and tell me that it's not vaporwave, it's vaporcore or whatever. The same kind of thing that I would do to someone if they called, I don't know, Falling in Reverse death metal. So moving on, what do we got next? We got, it's an odd track. It's a band that I actually just learned about very recently. And I think I mentioned this on my last show, that sometimes I'll add stuff to my master playlist, forget about it, and then I'll hear it down the road, and I'm just like, what is this? This is wacky. And this was definitely that. It's a very odd song. It's like psychedelic prog rock, but there's there's weird tribal elements, and it's good. I like it. I don't know what to call it though. But yeah, sure enough, look at the cover art, and you'll instantly know what to expect. So this is Listen by Lucid Planet. Welcome back to Prism Radio. That was Butterfly Effect by Fox Capture Plan. They're a three-piece Japanese instrumental band, and a lot of their music sounds like it should be in a fighting game. And I've said before on the show that I like fighting game soundtracks because they always seem to go hard. And that last song, you can definitely see it being in some sort of fighting game, like maybe like a Skullgirls kind of thing. I think it's really cool. And it's also just really chill. It's like good background noise for just doing stuff, doing chores or working. So I like that kind of stuff. So Fox Capture Plan, they're really cool. And now we're getting into the really good stuff. Because this was a song that, again, I've had on my playlist for weeks now. Finally got around to listening to it, and I was blown away. And I've been having it on repeat a lot. It's just been one of the more interesting black metal tracks that I've heard in a long time. And they throw in some like smooth jazz in there. It starts off with smooth jazz. You can tell when an album's going to be interesting depending on the cover art. And I know you really shouldn't judge albums by their cover art, but I think they can portray a lot. Like if you see a black metal album cover that looks like every other black metal album cover, you're probably going to get some pretty stock standard. If it could be good. I'm not saying it can't be good, but you're probably not going to get anything too interesting. But if you see something that's a little bit out of the ordinary, they're probably doing something out of the ordinary with the music. And they definitely are. So starting off with smooth jazz definitely threw me for a curveball. But then just, having a whole bunch of different... They have at least 3 different styles in this one song. They got some doom influence in there. They got some more, like, faster hardcore, maybe thrash influence near the end. But really, really cool. Very atmospheric. This is a Ukrainian band. I want to say they're from Odessa. But really interesting... This is why I like black metal so much, is that it's one of the only forms of music that I think is actively pushing the envelope for progressive sounds. And you're seeing so much new, innovative ideas in that genre where a lot of other fields just aren't. And a lot of other fields are having good stuff, but it's kind of all stuff that we've experienced before. There's not a whole lot of innovation. I think black metal is probably one of the few genres that actually is going through some sort of renaissance. And that annoys a lot of people because they see it as their form of music being more commercialized. And I think I've said on the show before that I don't think that's the case, because as innovative as black metal is becoming in the recent years, and if it is becoming more popular, it's still far, far on the unpopular side, at least in the West. There is no chance you're going to be hearing black metal on any sort of standard FM radio station in any sort of time span. Popular by black metal standards is way, way different than popular in just a general pop music sense in America. So, I mean, over in Europe, like in Scandinavia, I know black metal is like really mainstream over there, and their top 40 frequently has like death metal on it. So that's an entirely different story. But yeah, I don't think there's any like worry. Oh, black metal is becoming more normalized. It's still not normalized at all. Anyways, moving on because the song rips. This is Love Exchange Failure by White Ward. song just slaps so hard. I really gotta binge the rest of their album. I mean, I've listened to it already, but I mean, I need to sit down and just listen to the whole thing from start to finish, because I've listened to it out of order, and so you don't get the same impression as you listen to it when you do it just all the way through. So just incredible song, just rips from start to finish. Again, that's a Love Exchange Failure by White Ward from Odessa, Ukraine. And we're going to wrap up the show here. We're going to be playing our Anathema song. I hope everyone liked this show. We got a lot of weird stuff on here today and a lot of really good stuff. I hope someone's neck is hurting from all the whiplash. That was my intentions anyways. So once again, thank you very much for tuning into Prism Radio. This was episode 10. Made it all the way to episode 10 already. It feels like I just started the show just, last week. It's really crazy that we're already here. And don't worry, there's not 3 digits in the title of the show for nothing. We're going to hit 1,000. We're going to hit 1,000 soon. That'll take a while, I think. Hopefully we'll hit 1,000. Maybe the internet will still be around by then. Anyways, thank you very much for tuning in once again. Thank you very much for all your support and your views. God bless. This is going to be Distant Satellites by Anathema. Good night.
Just distant satellite.